So cybersecurity is basically just the protection of networks and computers.
It's security. It's about securing a network, making sure that there are no vulnerabilities. There's not going to be a day or a time or a year or a decade where it'll be perfect, but we'll do our best to make sure that we can get it as close as perfect as possible.
There's a lot you learn in cybersecurity. All of the certifications, like for example Cisco, they require you to know all the security that you might need in a company to make sure everyone's abiding to the standards across the world. It's something that every company has to do to allow standardization of all the security and everyone to be able to communicate on equal terms. And it's a big task, but it makes everything easier overall for everyone involved in the cybersecurity.
He's a fun teacher to learn from. It's kind of entertaining to watch. He spent a whole hour once trying to figure out why one thing wasn't working for the coding. As it turns out, it was one letter off, and he didn't see it until like an hour later.
When we first started, we learned a lot about the hardware, and it turned into like learning about coding, command line, Linux, all the important skills that you'll need in a job in cybersecurity.
I'd say it's a class that prepares you to be in IT. It's mostly learning about PCs and how to diagnose a problem.
Students will learn how to identify hardware and work in different software environments such as Linux, OS X, and Windows 10. Essentially, they learn the fundamentals of networks and how networks are created and how they function.
What you learn in cybersecurity is something that you can apply every day in your life. It's command line manipulation, so something that it's like the graphic interface, but it's more straight to the point almost. Not only helpful just every day, but it's something that you can use in more advanced situations as well.
Cybersecurity has always been something I've been interested in. I always loved computers. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been around computers and hardware, and it's just really something that I've taken interest into, and to make a career out of it is something I really want to explore.
So the internet was never designed with security in mind. You have to understand that computers at the time when the internet in itself was being created were the size of these rooms, and so security was only needed for those coming into a corporation. They had a key lock or pass to get in. That was the security that you needed. But as we progressed technologically, we exploded so fast that there were a lot of loopholes, a lot of Swiss cheese of a network, if you will. Security is extremely important in the United States. We don't want to outsource, so we were looking at getting more students involved in helping us facilitate this infrastructure.
I'm Raymond Hernandez.
My name is Dean.
I'm Andrew Price, and I am in the cybersecurity class.